Hi, this is Dodger, and you're watching my show.
Three, two, one, ready, go!
Guys, the newest season of a lot of anime is about to start, and I'm really excited. I'm most excited for Boku no Hero. I have to be completely honest. But just in general, oh man, this is gonna be a good season. I feel it in my fingers and I feel it in my toes. But in the meantime, let's talk about the anime of now, of the present. Let us become one with anime. If you are an avid Crunchyroll user, you might have noticed a weird kind of drop in quality. This is not happening to everybody, but Crunchyroll has responded and said it's all part of a new infrastructure. Basically, they've been trying out a new way to deliver videos to our eyeballs. Unfortunately, they've used it with their most recent simulcasts, I guess, and some of the newer stuff that they've put out. And people are saying, wow, it's weird. The highest quality that I can get out of some of these videos is not great. Crunchyroll's response totally acknowledges that this happened. They didn't try to be like, that's not a thing. Crunchyroll is always working towards serving the highest possible video quality to our users to keep up with our growing audience and the many ways people are consuming anime. We've been working on a new infrastructure to better support viewing. Last weekend, new episodes were released through the new infrastructure to test the system's ability to serve video to large portions of the Crunchyroll audience. The encodes that some users experience were not up to the standards of our previous system, nor up to the standards we demand from ourselves. While we identify issues with the encodes, solutions for a broad rollout require us to first move completely to the new infrastructure. Going forward, we have updated the video experience for simulcasts and new episodes within the new infrastructure, and as the transition to this new infrastructure is complete, we will re-encode all of our catalog with this higher quality. Please know, it will never be Crunchyroll's intention to lessen the viewing experience. They also said that they're very glad that they're getting all of this feedback because it's just more data for them to fix whatever's going wrong, obviously. But yeah, it sounds like they're gonna continue to have all of the new episodes and simulcasts come out with this new system until they can work out some of the bugs, and then eventually everything will be on this new system, and it should make it so that a large volume of people can be watching anime all at the same time without a drop in substance, without a drop in quality. As of right now, that is not the case, but they're working on it. So I guess in the meantime, just be patient. Be patient while they make the service better. We have a couple different pieces of Netflix news. For any of you who are fans of the Erased anime, Netflix is going to be streaming a new live-action drama of it. If you didn't watch the anime, it's fantastic. It's so good. It's like a time travel story, and it's fantastic. Like, considering the fact that I don't think anybody really expected anything from it. It sort of came out of nowhere and wound up being this weird slam dunk. Yeah, it's exciting that it's getting a live action version. There was a movie, so there's been an anime and a movie so far, and now there's going to be a dorama. I don't know how many episodes it is, but what's cool is that the manga ended in April 2016, and so far both the anime and the movie have a different ending from the manga. They don't follow the manga at the end. So what's cool is this live action drama is going to follow the manga from start to finish. It's going to be the first adaptation of the manga that actually does that. So that, if anything else, that'll be a reason to watch, right? I also just love that Netflix is so open to things like J-dramas, right? There are all kinds of weird shows on Netflix now that I've been able to find and be like, oh my God, I've seen this before. I can't believe this is on Netflix, right? So it's cool that now we're getting announcements ahead of time that while something is filming, they can say, yeah, and this is also going to appear on Netflix. It's going to be in all of these different countries. It's going to be available to so many different people. It's a cool way for all of us to, share our film culture. And while I don't think that Netflix should be the only player on the market, because as far as consumers are concerned, I say this all the time, but as far as consumers are concerned, it's very good for us to have companies competing. Right now, Netflix is like the biggest fish by far. But it's still really cool that they are so open to so many different types of film, different types of TV shows from all over the world. I hope that continues to broaden, right? That we get to see stuff from lots of different places. But as for right now, very excited to see the erased live-action drama, and yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I have faith. I have faith it's gonna be good because the anime was good, and it's following the manga. So I have high hopes. Oh, also, if you would like to see a cast list, if you're like super into J-dramas and you know all of the actors, there is a full list, so I'll link you to that as well. A Boruto teaser was released. It's very short, but it's got some good music, and we get to see a little bit of what the animation is gonna look like for the new show. Boruto is the follow-up anime to Naruto, where, well, I don't know, does it count as a spoiler? Boruto is Naruto's kid. From what I've seen so far, it's like, if you're a Naruto fan, it's pretty obvious who is the child of who, like so far. They make it really easy because all of the kids only look like one parent. So, and if you're super into J-pop and J-rock, Kana Boom is the group that is going to be doing all of the music for Boruto, so that's kind of a cool announcement. It's also the music that's featured in the trailer. So we'll have to see. I mean, for anybody who is ready for this, and by ready for this, I mean has read all of Naruto from start to finish, watched the entire anime, and is so ready for Boruto, it seems like everybody's actually really jazzed about this, and hey, good. You know, we had years there where every single year we were getting some sort of a rumor saying Naruto's ending this year. And then it just didn't happen. And then it finally happened and we were like, man, Naruto stuck around for a long time, hot dang. And then they brought Boruto into our lives and I'm like, what? It'll never die. My children will one day be watching anime, you know, virtual reality anime where you get to play an OC. They'll be watching virtual reality anime where they're best friends with the great-grandchild of Naruto. I'll be like, when I was a child, I was so invested in Naruto and Sasuke's best friendship.
Oh, Mom. Oh, Mom, you're so old.
April 5th is when that will be starting, so keep your eyeballs peeled. Like I was saying, there's lots of stuff to be excited about this season. If you're a Naruto fan and you're super down for Boruto, it's right around the corner. I don't think I'm the only one that got real sad when the first episode of Ancient Magus Bride came out. We were like, oh dang, this is gonna be so good. And then they said, oh no, it's actually 3 mini movies. It's not a full-on anime. They're just like tiny movies for the manga. And I was like, oh, I mean, that's fine. It's beautiful and I want it in my life always, but that's fine, that's okay. Fortunately for people like us, right? Because obviously we all feel the same about it. Fortunately for people like us, they are putting out a full-on anime and I am so excited. It will be coming out in October of this year, so that's a pleasant surprise. And if you haven't watched the anime, I know that normally I wait until the end of the show to be like, you should watch this anime or you should read this manga, but seriously, if you haven't watched these little mini movies that they put out for Ancient Magus Bride, it's like, there's just something so magical about it in the same way that some Ghibli films are. You know, when you watch some of those really magic-intensive Ghibli films and there's this feeling of like people just existing with magic so naturally, and that winds up sparking something in you and being like, oh, this is so cool. That's totally how Ancient Magus Bride feels for me. I've heard that the manga is great. I haven't read it yet, but we're reading it for MangaPod, so I'm saving myself. Oh, and the anime, I actually totally forgot this. The anime that they've shown so far, the many movies that they've shown so far are prequels. So you can watch each one of those and then hop right into the anime and it's not gonna overlap anything, or it shouldn't. So that's also good to know. Sorry, I know that I'm like evangelizing really hard for this anime, but there's something like really special about it, I think. And to see them do a full-on, like full-scale anime for it, I'm really excited for, and I hope that there isn't a drop in quality. I hope that it continues to have this really like ethereal look to it. But we'll just have to see. Kokyo Shinja and Yasu are the 2 people that came together to bring us Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, or Kobayashi Sanchino Maid Dragon. And I absolutely love that anime. Every time somebody's asked me what a really good anime is from this season, I've been like, watch Kobayashi-san's Maid Dragon. It's so good. And for the most part, everybody's really loved it, which has been awesome. What I've noticed from going back in time if you will, from looking at the other stuff that these two people have made. They have kind of a hit or miss, at least for me, and they've now announced that they're doing a completely new story. So I'm going, okay, I hope it's good. It's called Agent of the Gods' Love, and we got a little teaser image for it. It's supposed to be coming out pretty soon, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, March 27th is going to be the very first chapter of it. And all we know is it's a romantic comedy about a sullen main character and a naive young girl. I want more than that. I want to know, like, what makes it so special and silly in the way that the other things have been so special and silly, right? Because they did I Can't Understand What My Husband Is Saying, which is a great short form anime that you should totally check out. But they've also done some that are kind of like, eh. So I'm actually, because I've been loving Kobayashi Dragon Maid so much, I'm actually gonna like keep my eyes peeled for this next manga chapter, for this new manga, because there's gotta be, like, they can't just have really good stories and then be like, this is good, and it's not, like, that doesn't, I just have to believe that they've hit their stride and they've figured it out, and this is gonna be great. And it sounds dull and super normal, but it's actually gonna have something special about it. That's what I believe in my heart. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys what publication it's going to be in. It's going to be in Ichijinsha's monthly comic Rex. So that's where to look for it. And as a final bit of news, the other Netflix story you had forgotten by now, right? You were like, oh. Devilman, which is a manga that existed in the early 70s, I think. It's lauded as being one of the most violent manga ever. A lot of people think that it definitely gave some inspiration to Berserk and Neon Genesis. Like, it was at the time, like, everybody was super interested in it. So in order to honor this very classic manga in a new form, Netflix is not just streaming a Devilman anime, no, because there are some movies of it. You can watch some older Devilman stuff. No, they've teamed up with Science Saru, and they are making a brand new Devilman anime to put on Netflix. It's called Devilman Crybaby, so it's just like all on its own. True to its name, the whole thing is about demons, so like keep that in mind if you're sensitive about demon stuff. It's coming out in spring of 2018, and there is a trailer that you can watch. It doesn't show a whole lot, but I mean, if you're interested in finding out more about what it is, again, there's so much Devilman stuff out there. Like, you can watch the movies, you can read the manga. I'm kind of into the fact that we've been taking lots of older anime that maybe didn't do as well, or manga that was really classic but never got a proper anime, you know? I like that we've been taking lots of older properties and sort of skewing them in a new form. That's why when I was talking about Sayuki a few weeks back, I find it really interesting that Sayuki basically looks exactly the same in its newest form, you know? So it'll be cool to see how Devilman looks. And hopefully, you know, we do us some justice, because again, it was like a classic for the super violent manga that we love now. But anywho, that's been my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section. And if you would like to watch my Twitch streams, you can find them at twitch.tv/dexbonus, or you can find the VODs at youtube.com/dexteritybonus. Thank you all so much for watching. Please have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Okay? Bye-bye. Mwah.